everyone, and welcome back to the Gen Z show. Did you miss us? Because we missed you too. Gen Z is back for another year of exciting new topics designed to help you grow in your career and professional development. Again, I'm your host, Jamie, and today we're starting the year with a bang by talking about something we all need right now: fresh starts and setting career goals. So again, whether you're dreaming big or just taking the first step towards something new, this episode is packed with tips and inspiration to set you on the right path. So to help us kick things off, we have here Jen and Andy from Touch's Recruitment Marketing Department with us. They're here to share their insights and personal stories to guide us in setting goals that stick. Andy and Jen, welcome to the show.
Hello, Jamie. Hello, everyone. To our viewers out there, Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year,
New Year.
everyone.
Actually, this is the great introduction for our new addition to our team, which is Andy.
Yes.
There you go. Say hi, Andy, to our Gen Z show viewers.
Hello, everyone. I hope that you guys are doing great and Happy New Year.
Perfect. All right. So, Andy, ikaw ang buena mano. Let's start with you. Why do you think the start of the year feels like the perfect moment to take a step back, reflect, and set new goals? Like, is there something about this time that naturally pushes us to hit reset?
Yeah, actually, Miss James, for me, it's always a deal to reflect and set career goals at every beginning of the year because of the fact that it is a new year. So parang it's a fresh start. So everything is new, and that is an opportunity for us to manifest new things. And parang the year is mahaba pa. Kaya with that, you can properly plot career goals throughout the year and the things or steps needed for you to achieve those.
Oh, Andy prepared for the question, the answers, huh? How about you, Jen? What do you think?
Yeah, I want to ride on the fresh set na sinabi Andy mentioned a while ago. So because naturally, every new year, so it aligns with, a sense of renewal, parang fresh beginnings. So New Year represents clean slate. So many of, many people, I think including us, 'di ba? Our mindset of setting resolutions or improvements are usually done during the new year, so especially in the first few days of the year. And it's also the start of the year where it is considered as a peak hiring season. So a lot
Right.
of companies out there are ramping for new opportunities, new projects.
Mhm.
So it's an ideal time to reassess your career path and explore new opportunities, just like here with Dache, guys.
Yeah. So following on that question, Jen, when someone decides to set goals, how do you recommend personally, they ensure these goals align with their personal values and long-term career aspirations? Like, what do you think is the good starting point for reflection?
Usually for me, I really do like long term aspirations or goals. So I usually align them with what would I really want to do with regards that aligns also my values, my career interests. So kumbaga, it's like the SMART goal. Like S stands for the usual thing, the specific, it's measurable, achievable,
Right.
relevant, and then time bound. And after you've got that specific goal of yours, and that's the time that you will need to break down that
Mhm.
specific um big roles or big goals in life. So you need to chunk it. So and then you just need to, so for example, for this specific big goal, so there's an underlying small portions of that one. So make sure that all those goals are also achievable, it's measurable, so it involves upskilling or networking, so that all the progress that you were going to be doing is that it's manageable and it still correlates to your big goal.
Ah, that's really, really helpful, Jen. Thank you for that. Now, Andy, many people struggle to translate big dreams into actionable items. What's your advice for turning those career aspirations, as what Jen said earlier, into specific, realistic, and achievable goals?
Actually, during during college, we have a course which is feasibility study. So basically, what we did on that course is we created a business, conducted a thorough market research to identify the possible supply and demand, also collected the statistics of the competitors, established competitive advantage, and most importantly, crafted a product that would stand out. So from there, once everything is plotted, we can create conclusions if the business is feasible in the market or
Mhm.
not. So in order for us to know if our career goals are feasible, we must actually based it on the data that we have. So this could be personal experiences,
Mhm.
learnings, realizations. From here, we could integrate this to the goals that we intend to achieve, and then we can establish a game plan. So through this, you could have a better understanding about how we should craft these goals, ensuring that it is possible and feasible. So as what Miss Jen said, it must be smart.
Awesome. Okay. Now, Jen, it's easy to either focus too much on here and now or only think about the distant future. How can someone, for those who are watching right now, how can someone find that sweet spot and balance between short-term progress and long-term ambitions?
For me, it's really depends on what's really your main goal, and then you're breaking it down to, the much shorter goals or shorter term goals. So for that one, you just need to involve like seeking immediate and achievable goals that contributes to your broader vision. So focus on mastering the skills. So for example, if you're really wanting to have this specific promotion for this year, right? So you need to make sure that you mastered the key skills for those specific positions. So upskilling, making sure that you enroll yourself into different parang online platforms, online educational platforms. There are also like free parang professional networks in Facebook or in other groups. You just need to check their parang success stories. There are free also other parang study books or study guides that from those experts that can help you out, guys. So again, you just need to, for example, again, just go back to your goal. If I want to be promoted for this year, if I want to become a manager, or if I want to have a ladder on my career, so what are the needed steps? So needed skills, needed attitudes, behaviors, or and so forth. So for that one, so again, those actionable items, those short goals are actionable items for you to get that specific long-term goal of yours.
Awesome. Now, I know sticking to the plan could be really, really difficult, and it often requires a system. So, what do you think, Andy? What are some strategies or tools that maybe you can recommend for tracking progress and staying accountable, especially when motivation dips? Because you really cannot rely every single time to motivation. So, what do you think would be the best strategy or
Mm.
a system that we or the viewers can apply to their goal?
If I want to track the goals that I have for a specific time, what I would do is just to actually have it on my phone. So I put on a checklist sa note sa phone ko, and there I would write down everything, the goals that I have and the things that I needed to do. So I will check the list once in a while to see if there's progress and to see what are the things that are needed for me to do. So parang ano kasi mas convenient din for me ang phone. So that's where I place everything in there. And also, it is also effective for me to also um, check the surroundings, check on the people, kasi they could also have an input about your demeanor. So parang, hey, siguro meron silang input about how you're doing in your work and everything. So with that, it could also create an impact, or it also it could be your basis for you to be reminded about the things or the goals that you need to achieve.
Yeah, I really do agree.
Gen Z si Andy ha, using the phone daw.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't have
Wow.
to be too technical naman when it comes to tracking the progress. Like, if you can
Yeah,
just put it in
true.
your to-do list, it's fine. Like, ititik mo lang siya, then all is good. As long as you see it or if you can see it, if it's finished or it's still in progress, then there's nothing wrong with that. As simple as possible, as long as you have that, progress tracking system, then you're good to go. And also, I do agree with accountability partner. I mean, no man is an island. I don't think that you can survive a year without anyone.
Yeah,
so,
true.
so you really have to look for someone, not romantically, not necessarily romantically, but someone who can really, you can rely on when you have don't have any motivation to do your goals. So that's a really good suggestions, Andy. Now, Jen, life doesn't always go as planned. When someone encounters a
Yeah,
setback,
true.
diba? Or maybe an unexpected twist that impacts your career goal, how do you suggest they go back on track without feeling discouraged? Because sometimes when plan doesn't go well, you get discouraged. So what do you think will be the best encounter, what will be the best thing that someone should do when that happens?
Yeah. Guys, if you handle setbacks, unexpected changes that may hinder your goals or whatsoever, don't be too harsh on yourself, okay? So just handle those setbacks by accepting it. Sometimes those setbacks or challenges also upskills you, diba? Upskilling your flexibility and your growth mindsets. It's very important. So you just need to acknowledge the challenge, assess the situation, adjust your goals, and then continue. Again, don't be too harsh on yourself. It's not really like whatever the 1 to 10 goals that you need to strictly follow it, so on and so forth. You just need to enjoy your process, enjoy your growth, enjoy the time that you upskill, enjoy the time that you've met new people, networking, communicate with others, grasp other ideas from other professional people out there. So again, just don't be harsh on yourself. It's okay, it's normal. Just acknowledge, just stand up, and then continue doing again the other goals that's left.
Yes, and that's a very good reminder, because sometimes they just stop it whenever,
Yeah.
and they think they failed in life, which is not true. It's actually whatever challenge that you guys are facing right now, for those who are watching, it's actually just a learning that you can gain when things don't get, you know, um in it, it changed the path of your goal. So, Andy, let's talk about the people around us, because we've mentioned about the accountability partner. How can mentors, colleagues, or even support networks help in achieving career goals? Do you think they're an underrated resource?
For me, Miss James, I would have to say that as humans, we are social creatures, and by that we need people or interaction in order for us to survive or thrive in this world. So, in order for us to help achieve our career goals, we need the help of our mentors, our colleagues, and support networks. Because they are not only there for moral support, they have vast experiences, they have deep
Mm,
understandings, realizations, and
agree.
even tips so that they have accumulated throughout the years of working. And with that this would help us, or we can learn from these things that eventually we can also eventually apply these, that will significantly help us in achieving our goals.
Awesome. Now, finally, Andy and Jen, let's end on an inspiring note, no? Like, if you could share one piece of advice to help our listeners stay motivated while pursuing their career goals this 2025, what would it be? Jen, you go first.
Yeah. For me, I think the most important thing that to stay motivated, because that's also the problem or the concern for this new year resolutions or what, it's because we're just staying motivated during the first few months or first quarter of the year, and then we'll forget the next second to third until the December. So my advice is that number one, it's also an advice for us guys, for ourselves also, to be stay motivated by making sure that you know the reason why you created those goals. Okay, whether it's not really like pertaining to a career goal, it can also be like a personal growth, it's a financial stability, or making a meaningful impact to other people. So you just need to make sure that you keep your purpose, so that that can fuel your perseverance, that can fuel your strived hard. That during those times, especially when you mention, challenges and setbacks, you just need to make, just to remind again, this is really the purpose why I am doing this one. So, and also you just need to make sure that don't be too harsh on yourself. If
Right.
that's a really big goal, if that's really like a big goal, don't underestimate yourself. Just chunk it into smaller pieces, smaller goals, achievable goals.
Mhm.
And then you just need to make sure to measure how, and then just track. There are a lot of ways how to, just making sure that you visualize the progress, and then the feedbacks that you got, and then staying connected with yourself, asking why again, why am I doing this, why would I like to have this one, to have that one, that why would I like to achieve this specific goal, because that can really help you, like even though there are hundreds and thousands of setbacks along the way, so it will really go back to the reason why you wanted to finish this one, or what's really your goal for this year 2025.
That's
For
very nice. You will always have to look for your whys. Even before you
Yeah.
start creating your plan, you have to understand, why am I planning this? You really have to know the reason. So that's a really good point, Jen. Sorry, Andy, to interrupt. You go now.
yes, I
Excited si
think
Andy, ha?
yes, and siguro, I would have to agree with Miss Jan. We must remember why. Well, you have to remember why you are here, because the journey going in achieving that goal, sometimes it could be dark and dreary, or sometimes you might get lost along the way. If ever, it will happen, you must remember why you even started. Kasi parang the driving force will be coming from there. So parang if you stick to your core, if you remember why you even started, so that's the time na parang you will be reminded of the things, the goals, your game plan in general. So parang all of these will guide you in pursuing that goal. And also you have to also remember that there are people around you na parang ready to support you, ready to cheer for you and guide you in that journey. So it's also important to keep in touch with them,
Yeah.
and yeah, just stick to your core.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for that, Andy and Jan, for such an inspiring and practical discussion. To our listeners, remember, again, as what we said, it's not about having the perfect plan. It's about making progress, staying flexible, and, believing in yourself and learning on your support system. So let's make this year the year you chase your goals with confidence. You have plenty of time this year, and you have to think about your progress
Yeah.
time. So thank you so much, Andy and Jen, for your time. Again, this is our very first episode for 2025, and there are more coming. So please tune in, and if you love this episode, share it with someone who needs a fresh start this year. We'll see you next time on our Gen Z show. Thank you guys so much, and have a lovely year ahead. This 2025. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
everyone, for
Jane.
watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our different social media channels.
Yes. All right. Thanks, everyone.